Heath, I've got 6 o'clock. Are we missing anyone?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So I guess we can go ahead and get started. Let me open up the agenda. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started then. Today's March 9th, 2021 at 6 p.m. And this is a meeting of the Board of Adjustments for the town of Stanley. This is a virtual meeting via Zoom. And for this evening's agenda, it's a conditional use permit request. And that's it for this evening. And then also approval of the minutes from our previous meeting back in November. As part of the email that we've got from the town clerk in regards to this meeting and the agenda, we did get the meeting minutes from November 17th. Hopefully everyone had a chance to look that over. To me, it looked okay. Does anybody have any comments before we vote to approve the meeting minutes from November 17th? Okay. If not, then I'll ask for a motion to approve the meeting minutes from November 17th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from November 17th.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Billings. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Philip. We've got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, we'll do a roll call to approve the meeting minutes. I'll just go across the screen. Mrs. Davis.
I approve.
Thank you. Mrs. Navy.
I approve.
Thank you. Mrs. Billings.
Approve.
Mr. McGinnis.
I approve.
And I approve as well. Passes unanimously. And the meeting minutes are approved. I guess I'll swing by town hall at some point in time here in the next day or so and sign that, town clerk. So we'll do that.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Then next on the agenda is we have a conditional use permit for parcel 133965. The applicant is Virginia Melvin, and the address is 114 South Main Street in Stanley. Request is to consider a conditional use permit to operate a home furnishing and decor shop in CB zone. Notice of the public hearing was published, as well as first-class mail notice was mailed to owners of the adjoining parcels. Before we start, Heath, do you have any additional information you'd like to share with the board or any other comments?
No, not at this time.
Mrs. Melvin, I apologize.
Oh, you said, okay,
that was,
with me.
That was for Heath.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
That's okay. No, sir, this is a fairly clear-cut case of a particular business that has requested to occupy that space that is not allowed by use by right. It requires a conditional use permit. So the staff finds no reason that the request should not be made or should not be approved.
Okay, great. Thank you. Ms. Melvin, I know you're joining us this evening. Would you like to provide any comments or any thoughts in regards to your request?
Well, no, I've been here in Stanley since 2002, on and off. I've actually had a home built down on Chestnut, which I'm currently renting out. I've been excited to see all the new businesses opening up. It's good to see that our taxpayer dollars is actually standing to the community, which I think is great. And I'm just happy to be here. I love the area.
Okay, well, thanks thanks for those comments. Thanks for your investment in Stanley as well and considering to do this. I'll open it up to the rest of the board if they have any comments or questions at this time.
Just to clarify, this is going in where the old post office was, is that right, Heath, on Main Street? On the
Oh, it
side
was
of the museum?
I spoke with Olga about the exact location. Can you provide the address?
I think the old town hall used to be there. The last
What,
business that was
114?
there. Yes, the last business that was actually there was a dance studio, because it still has the stage and all of that inside.
Yes, that is 114 South Main. If I recall correctly, that is the old town hall facility. Billings.
Just clarifying, it can be a little confusing down there with everything closed up.
Yes, it can. Yes,
So it'd be a welcome addition to have something open on that end of the street.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I've noticed that they've gotten 2 tax places, and I've talked to the actual, I guess, the property manager, and they've had several people interested in, those row of buildings there, and hopefully more things gonna be coming. So I'm excited.
And
Any other comments or questions from the board?
I would just add that I'm excited as well, and nice to hear that you're seeing good things in the town. I agree. I'm excited for all the momentum, and thanks for putting your efforts into contributing to that. Heath, I would just, if it doesn't take long, is it specifically because it's a home furnishings? That's one that's specifically listed as needing conditional use approval. Is that right?
yes, that's correct.
Okay.
It's home furnishings, and I think other items as well, Miss Melvin, if I'm not mistaken, but it will be new or used furniture and decor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and actually, a lot of stuff myself that I make, like the big welcome signs, just little home decor stuff. But believe me, when I'm telling you, I'm very particular about my stuff. So you're not gonna have to worry about, crazy people running in and out and folks, doing things they ain't got no business doing, because I'm not like that, and I'm not gonna have it at my place.
Got it. That sounds great.
But to answer your question, yes, sir. It was a change at that last update of the use chart that required that in a central business district, because the council wanted to have a little bit tighter control over how we go about placing businesses in the central business district.
That was kind of my question, just educational for me as to whether it's specifically listed this particular type of business that would need approval, or if there's a set somewhere of just a few types that, so are we working with whether this falls outside of the list, or this is specifically on a list of special properties that have to receive approval? That was kind of my question.
It is allowed as a use in that district, as long as it's conditional and the Board of Adjustment signs off on it.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other comments, thoughts before we move to vote? If not, then I would ask for a motion to consider a conditional use permit for parcel 133-965. The request is to consider a conditional use permit to operate a home furnishing and decor shop in a CB zone. The address is 114 South Main Street in Stanley. So asking for a motion at this time.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, thank you.
I'll
Do we have
second.
Okay, all right, thank you. Before we vote, do we have any other discussions or questions? Okay, if not, we'll do a roll call vote like we normally do. And I'll go across the screen. Mrs. Davis.
I approve.
Thank you. Mrs. Navy.
I approve.
Thank you. Mrs. Billings.
I approve.
Thank you. Mr. McGinnis.
I approve.
Okay, and I approve as well. The motion is passed unanimously. The conditional use permit is approved. And congratulations and thanks again for your interest and investment in Stanley. Really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome and thank you.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Let us know how we can help you move through the rest of that process, man.
Okay, so is there anyone in particular I need to call and speak with if I have any questions or?
You can call me or you can call Olga, our town clerk, either one.
Okay. All right, sir. I would do that if I have any issues. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.
Thanks
You
again.
too.
You too.
Mhm. Bye.
Okay, we still, I think that's it on the agenda this evening. Before we adjourn, any other comments? Heath, anything else perhaps coming up on the agenda in the next few weeks or month?
Yes. Continuing to have a lot of interest in development, of course. We still have some interest in the Mariposa Road property. The previous project that y'all had heard, there has been some changes. Then there's been some additional changes. So the updated proposal we have not received yet, but I spoke with the developer and we should be receiving an updated plan on that. Also, we met with some potential developers on, if you're familiar with the two pieces of property that are on Green Road that were annexed, satellite annexed back before the housing crisis, that property has remained in the city limits, but there's been very little interest in that property up until recently. But we have a really good proposal for that site. The difference in this proposal and most of the ones that you've seen recently includes 3/4 acre to an acre lots, higher price point, just a whole different type of proposal we're seeing there. So as soon as we get something final from that developer, we'll be bringing that before the council. Now, well, I say that if depending on what's submitted, that could be just a basic zoning permit because that is already zoned, and what's been proposed so far falls within the zoning requirements. So it may be that this board does not even have to hear it over the planning board. I'm sure we want to hear the details, but it's pretty straightforward. But the other site on Mariposa Road, we may be looking at that again.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's still busy, it sounds like.
Yes, sir. Very. Oh, I would like to update the board as well that the council approved this past Monday night for us to proceed with the negotiation of hiring a new planning and zoning director for the town. Now, this job will entail more than just planning and zoning. It'll encompass planning, zoning, code enforcement, investigations and complaints, also coordination on any type of special economic development projects or any of those type of things. So the job description's fairly broad, but Stanley's the last locale in Gaston County to hire a planning director. But Olga and I both are getting to the point where it's consuming our duties every week just to handle the number of applications and stuff we're receiving. The good news is for the taxpayer is that'll be fee driven. For that salary, we're more than likely the fees that we take in annually will surpass what we pay for the salary for that position. But all the rest of the small towns, Lowell, Dallas, Bessemer City, all the municipalities have a zoning and planning person full-time. So we're looking forward to that, and I'll update this board. And of course, we'll have that person join our meeting and be introduced to the planning and board of adjustments both, because you will be working with that person very frequently once we bring them up to speed and get them acclimated to the town.
Great. Sounds good. Okay. If nobody else has any questions or comments, I guess we can go ahead and adjourn. And we'll just wait to hear from Olga in regard to our next meeting and go from there. So that being said, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a second?
A second.
Okay, thank you. And then we'll go through a roll call right quick. Mrs. Davis.
I approve.
Thank you. Mrs. Navy.
I approve.
Thank you. Mrs. Billings.
Approve.
Mr. McGinnis.
Approve.
Okay, and I approve as well. The meeting is adjourned. Thanks for everyone's participation this evening. And I know we'll meet again soon.
Thank you.